Well, we want to welcome everyone to the Wicomico County Teacher of the Year Spring Celebration for the 2021-2022 school year. I'm Aaron Deal, a member of the Teacher of the Year Committee and past Wicomico and Maryland Teacher of the Year, and I'm pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies for tonight. Whether you're watching this video on the celebration of Wicomico School's YouTube, Facebook, or PAC 14 feed, or you're here in the beautiful Collin Barn with us, welcome. It's going to be a fantastic evening to celebrate our stellar teachers. This Teacher of the Year Spring Celebration is a special opportunity to recognize some of the finest educators in the Wicomico County Public School System. We appreciate their commitment, compassion, and dedication to Wicomico school children. We thank the many donors and sponsors who make the Wicomico Teacher of the Year Recognition Program possible. We'll thank some of them during the program tonight, and we'll post a list of all of the sponsors on our website. Tonight, we salute the 25 semifinalists who are in the running to be one of the finalists for Teacher of the Year. The naming of one of those 4 finalists as the 2022-2023 Wicomico Teacher of the Year will be the high point of this evening. We're also eagerly anticipating hearing parting words from the 2021-2022 Wicomico Teacher of the Year, Dustin Thomas, our DJ. And we're excited to recognize our school system's Rising Star finalist and the winner of the 2022 Rising Star Award. Let's get started by presenting to you the outstanding second-year teachers who are finalists for the Rising Star Award from the McCain Foundation. From the English Language Support Center, Wesley Brewer, escorted by Assistant Principal Sean Gardner. From James M. Bennett High, Thomas Cirillo, Technology Education, escorted by Assistant Principal Amy Rhodes. And even in their second year, they get walk-up music. From Delmar Elementary, Ashley Kydell, 4th grade English Language Arts, escorted by Assistant Principal Michelle Ledugan. And from East Salisbury Elementary, Alexis Woodard, 4th grade special education teacher, escorted by Principal Maria Wright. Let's give a round of applause for all of our 4 finalists for the Rising Star Award. Second-year teachers who have figured it out. And now it's time to present the semifinalists for Teacher of the Year. There are a couple of important points for our audience to keep in mind. Rather than the usual predictable order of alphabetical listing by school, I'm going alphabetically by teacher last name. I'm grateful to have help on these introductions from experts who know these teachers best. Their students, parents and guardians, colleagues, and administrators. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the 2021-2022 semifinalists for Wicomico County Teacher of the Year. We'll begin with Prince Street Elementary, Paige Baker. She's escorted by Principal Jason Miller. presence and smile literally light up and captivate a room. She has a love for her scholars and all the scholars in the school that I had never witnessed a teacher like her before. We joke that she's like a celebrity walking in the hallway because everyone wants to say hi and hug Miss Baker. Another student said she's basically Wonder Woman. From Willards Elementary, Patricia Brown. She is escorted by Principal Judy Nicholson. Her energy is contagious, which is evident in her relationship with both students and staff. Ms. Brown has built a rapport with her students that allows them to feel nurtured, comfortable, and confident. Another comment says she is very generous. She shared with us how to use all of the musical instruments. She has us learn with fun activities. Moving on to Fruitland Primary, Michelle Christensen, escorted by Principal Lisa Forbes. She takes the time to get to know each child on a personal level. Many years later, she can still recall book genres they enjoy, sports they play, and even sends them postcards on vacation. As a colleague, she's always planned for rigorous instruction and eager to share her ideas with teammates. She can often reach students who others struggle to connect with and can help students at every point of the academic spectrum. Let's give her a round of applause. Let's move on down to Chipman Elementary with Kelly Clark, escorted by Principal Antoinette Perry. And these very young students commented, "She's kind to us. She's nice to us. She helps me learn. She helps me read stories." A Chipman parent says, "Mrs. Clark is very patient. In addition to teaching her child and other students very well, the teacher interacts very well with parents on Class Dojo." Thank you. Give her a round of applause. We move to the outskirts in Mardella Middle and High with Kelly Dorman, escorted by Principal Liza Hastings. She challenges her students and creates opportunities for them to remain inspired. Outside her 6th grade English language arts classroom, Ms. Dorman's reach extends into nearly every grade level. She is a role model and a leader of various clubs and participates in many activities throughout the school. I cannot possibly fathom the impact Ms. Dorman has had on students. Let's give her a round of applause. From Special Programs, English Language Support Center, Miranda Evelyn, escorted by Principal LaVon Bratton. Ms. Evelyn creates instructional experiences that are relevant for newcomers and culturally sensitive to their unique experiences. She makes English class fun for her students and takes time to get to know each of the students as learners. She is a true reflection of what a teacher should be, both in and out of the classroom. She builds respectful and positive relationships with her students and shows compassion. Let's give her a round of applause. Coming to you from East Salisbury Elementary School, Jamie Ennis, escorted by Principal Maria Wright. She is always there for her scholars, not only academically, but in all aspects of their lives. Jamie's smile and positivity brighten up everyone's day. She is truly an amazing educator. She is very caring, and she makes me feel better when she helps me. That came from a student. Let's give her a round of applause. We go to high school at James M. Bennett High with Kimberly Fitzgerald, escorted by Principal Christelle Savage. She gives snacks to students. Those that are hungry throughout the day. She provides fun tools and ideas to ensure a 100% learning experience. She is a trusted person you can go to about anything. And above all, she is the person I aspire to be like when I become a teacher. That got me right here. Got me right there. Woo. Let's move on over to Parkside High School with Mr. Andy Hall. He is escorted by Principal Tara Obarski, and Coach Hall has been there since the beginning of Parkside. Now, we didn't say beginning of time, beginning of Parkside. This is my former coach, too. He cares about all the students he teaches. Whether I have him as a teacher or a coach, he is always helping me do things I couldn't imagine anyone else doing. One person said he's the reason I wanted to pursue a career in teaching and coaching. Let's give him a big round of applause. Let's head on over to Fruitland Intermediate with Allison Harrington, escorted by Principal John Shearer. One of the incentive days this year was dressed like a community hero. Several kids dressed as Mrs. Harrington. And she even let them wear her badge for a little bit to make them feel extra special. I think when a student feels cared about and believed in, they do their very best. She is compassionate and has the ability to connect with students, family, and staff through her outstanding personality, kindness, and smile. There it is. Give her a round of applause. North Salisbury Elementary. Give it up for Gwen Kidd. She is escorted by Principal Kimberly Petty, and the students truly love Mrs. Kidd. The fourth graders are always trying to sneak upstairs to see her. They commented that she is the best teacher I have ever had. Miss Kidd's kindness makes me feel comfortable to be in school. One person said, even though I'm an adult, I want to spend time in her class. Speaks volumes. Let's give her a big round of applause. We move to Delmore Elementary with Carrie Lewis, escorted by Principal Kirby Bryson. If there is a need, Carrie is always willing to jump in and assist, and always does so without expecting kudos or credit. She is truly a team player, works to meet the needs of our struggling students in reading, both in and out of the classroom, and genuinely cares about student learning and student achievement. Let's give her a big round of applause. We're going to slide back up to high school at Wicomico High with Rebecca Matthews. She is escorted by Principal Principal Ron Green. Ms. Matthews organizes upwards of 60+ hours of service opportunities a year through the National Honor Society so that our students can give back, and she attends just about every one of those 60 hours. I have never met a more dedicated teacher in my life than Mrs. Matthews. My high school experience would not have been as great if it were not because of her. She changed my mindset about school from the first time I walked in her classroom. Let's give her a big round of applause. It always gets you right up in here. Moving to Pittsfield Elementary and Middle, Donna Nelson, escorted by Principal Chris Gosnell. She is constantly pushing and encouraging students to do their very best. She always gives to students her all and the many supplies she spent her money on to make her class a learning and inspirational place to be in. She is a veteran teacher that is known for her dedication to her students. She tutors students after school on most days, at lunch, and even before school, many times. Give her a big round of applause. From Beaver Run Elementary, Katrina Mercer, escorted by Principal Kurt Twilly. Mrs. Mercer works with some of our very youngest learners. She is in the pre-kindergarten program to provide special education services and help them to become successful learners. She has been working with my son, and he has learned so much, from her doing puzzles to pointing out pictures in books and anything that we ask. She is an amazing special educator, and she has the patience second to none. Give her a big round of applause. Coming to you from Bennett Middle, let's celebrate Julie Owens. She is escorted by Principal Aaron Nathan. Miss Owen is kind, funny, outstanding, and smart. She is the teacher I aspire to be each and every day. Her hard work, patience, dedication, and love for her students and co-workers are evident in all that she does. She is truly the definition of what it means to be the Teacher of the Year. You've got to hum that. How is that not in your head? Let's give her a big round of applause. It's just some good entrance music. You know you want to hum. I see your hands bob here as we go along. Let's hear it from Pinehurst Elementary, Tim Peake. He is escorted by Principal Chelsea Seabreeze. Students call him Mr. T. I pity the fool. He makes his classroom a true family environment. When you walk into his classrooms, you see students' photos hanging throughout, and he has an area that is identified as the fridge, which displays pictures of the students' families. Tim creates an atmosphere that is supportive to student learning by establishing well-defined routines and procedures. Thank you so much, Mr. T. Appreciate Mr. P. Let's travel to Northwestern Elementary. Nadia Peterson, escorted by Principal Ali Garden. She has been so kind from day one, helping my child adjust to a new school. She truly cares about her kids. One student said she is the best teacher I've ever had. I have a lot of fun in her classroom, and she is super nice. Not just nice, super nice. Let's give her a big round of applause. let's welcome Crystal Schistler, escorted by Principal Madeline Wright. Mrs. Schistler goes the extra mile for her students. She meets students where they are and through engaging instructional procedures moves them to the next level. This teacher works diligent to hone her craft, yet she is still a caring, patient, and compassionate facilitator of learning. Her students call her kind, smart, loving, and fun. Give her a round of applause. Let's go to Salisbury Middle School with Martha Schwarm. She is escorted by Principal Terry Dunn. She brings enthusiasm and dedication to her teaching that lifts up everyone around her. She makes an impact on students through meaningful connections and high expectations during the challenging transition from elementary to middle school. Her humor and energy are infused in everything that she does. She truly makes an impact on the lives of students. Let's give her a great big round of applause. We head over to Glen Avenue Elementary with Lucinda Shue, escorted by Principal Dr. Kathy Bale. Miss Shue's a quiet hero. She goes about doing a fabulous job, pretty much under the radar, because gratitude and attention aren't in her comfort zone. But for those who watch closely, you will see her kindness and dedication to her students. She is so conscientious and attempts to learn all the newest ways to teach through available resources and technology. Let's give her a big round of applause. You'll probably make her more uncomfortable if you give her a bigger round of applause. It's just fun to do. Let's head over to Y Middle with Pamela Slade. She's escorted by Principal Dr. Roger LeBlanc. Miss Slade is a wonderful teacher of the middle school students and works tirelessly to provide engaging and applicable lessons for her students. Without hesitation, she works on her professional growth and is most willing to share her knowledge with fellow colleagues. She makes sure every student feels welcome in her classroom and free to talk to her about anything. Keep up the great work. Let's give her a great big round of applause. We head to Pemberton Elementary with Sophia Batilio, escorted by Dr. Ryan Pastor. She is one of the very few teachers who never, and it's in all caps, misses a concert or any performance after school. She teaches third grade but comes to any and all shows to support her new, old, or soon-to-be students. She is the teacher students visit in the morning before their actual class and who they go to for the last hug goodbye. Give her a big round of applause. Coming to you from Westside Primary, Debbie Wessels, escorted by Principal Lillian Jones. Mrs. Wessels is a kind, energetic, and lively teacher who brings a plethora of knowledge, experience, and generosity to her students. Her continuous love for learning keeps her current with educational trends and well-versed in educational best practices. She is a true example of what it takes to have grit. Her students say she is kind, a lot of fun, and makes us laugh. Let's give her a big round of applause. Our final semifinalist is not able to be with us tonight because she's on maternity leave after delivering twins. And you don't have to come after that. Well, we want you to hear how much Jamie Miller's second grade class at Westside Intermediate School loved her as principal. This is Christina Stewart. Hey, Christina. She is the principal, and she is picking up the certificate and flower for her. They say Miss Miller is the best. I miss her so much, but I'm happy for her and her babies. She is nice and funny. Let's give both of them a round of applause. We appreciate each and every one of our semifinalists, and we also want to give a special thanks to Sonia's Floral Boutique for their flowers. At the end of the evening, each semifinalist and Rising Star finalist will receive a gift bag that, among other things, includes gift cards to local businesses. Two of those businesses, Vernon Powell and Sweet Crawl, generously provided enough gift cards for every honoree. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Like you, I am extremely glad to be here tonight to celebrate some of the top teachers in our school system. As he said, I'm Gene Malone, Chairman of the Board of Education, and I'm up here to represent all members of the board. With me tonight in the audience are Vice Chairman, Mr. Michael Murray, Board members Connie Laird-Lewis, Mr. Alan Brown, Ms. Ann Kufalski, Mr. John Palmer, I saw earlier, there he is, right there. And then Mr. Don Fitzgerald, who's doing double duty as the proud papa of one of our semifinalists. Teachers, we're here tonight to congratulate you, to appreciate you, and to thank you for everything that you do. You do great things every day in your classroom and school to support students, foster strong relationship with families, and build a bright future for our community. In any year, it is immensely rewarding and intensely exhausting work, but we're all keenly aware that the challenge level for teachers has never been higher than it has been for the past 2+ years. If you are here as an honoree tonight, you have already proven that you are more than up to mastering that challenge. You have earned recognition through the Teacher of the Year program while overcoming some of the most daunting hurdles that a teacher can encounter. We're proud of all of you. Everyone knows from the board meetings that I love to end with a quote. This one about teaching from British sociologist Harriet Martineau seems very appropriate for tonight's event. What office is there which involves more responsibility, which requires more qualifications, and which ought therefore to be more honorable than that of teaching? Teachers, we celebrate you and thank you for everything you do for the students and families of Wicomico Public Schools. It's an honor to recognize you tonight. Thank you.
There you go. He's feeling it. Teaching is a very difficult profession. That's an understatement, right? It's a game we all desire to win. Many times there's people that's on the outside that share their opinion, you hear their voices, but they're on the sidelines and they're not in the game. We invite any organization, any business, any individual to get in the game. Make a difference. Don't just yell from the sidelines. Get in the game and really help our teachers, help our students, help our schools. We have two individuals here on today that stay in the game. They are changing the game for our teachers. I'd like to invite William and Teresa McCain of the McCain Foundation to the podium to present the 2022 Rising Star Award. This award will go to one of the 4 outstanding second-year teachers who are with us tonight as finalists for this award. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, Aaron. How about a big, before we get started, a big shout out to Aaron. He does such a great job. I want to be just like Aaron when I grow up. I'm Bill McCain, and I'm here with my wife Teresa, and we're here to present the Rising Star Award. Education's always been a big part of our lives, and Teresa was an educator in Wicomico County for 33 and a half years, and a former Wicomico County Teacher of the Year. In fact, I noticed she just barely made the program. They went back to the year 2000, so she didn't make the program. I think that's why they went back to 2000. But we're both products of public education systems, and both our daughters are graduates of Wicomico County Public Schools, and one of our daughters is actually an educator. She's a vice principal in a system out of state, but our apples didn't fall very far from the tree. My other daughter is in real estate, like I am. In fact, our apples just kind of fell straight down to the trunk. But we wanted to give back to Wicomico County public education in some fashion. And we wanted to recognize our teachers that are just beginning their teaching careers. You know, it was said earlier about how tough it is that first year. And we know, that first year is tough. Everything's a learning curve. Everything's new, and you're doing it for the first time. It's hard, it's challenging, and we know how hard all of you work and how dedicated you are. We know the stress, the long hours you put in, and how about we just add a pandemic to that for good measure. But despite that, we wanted to recognize the difference that you're making in the lives of your students. You're in a position where every day you have the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. You probably don't realize how much you're actually influencing those students. Probably everyone here tonight was influenced by a teacher at some point in their lives. So we applaud all the educators here this evening, and every one of those, and every one of you have a purpose, and you're truly making a difference. Remember, teaching is that one profession that makes all other professions possible. And it's that love of teaching that made us want to do something for teachers, and particularly new teachers. As a new teacher, hopefully beginning a lasting, rewarding, and meaningful life journey as an educator. And Dr. Hammond, I want to actually thank you, because when we came up with this idea a few years ago, you embraced it, and thank you very much for doing that. So we had 13 nominees this year for the Rising Star Award, and we have 4 of the brightest ones here. I say brightest as in the brightest shining stars here tonight, and we're going to announce that one star that shines the brightest. The recipient will get a plaque, and I'm a sports guy, so we have something else. We have a bat, because I wanted to call this Rookie of the Year. They wouldn't let me do that. But essentially it is a Rookie of the Year, and these bats actually donated by the Shorebirds. Chris Bitters, the general manager, provides this for us. And I'm going to turn around this way so hopefully no one can see it, because the name of the winner is actually engraved on the bat. And that's how you know you're in the major leagues. Because when you're in the major leagues, you get your own custom bat, and they engrave your name on your own bat. So we will present them with a bat also. And, Tracy, can you hold that for a second? And along with that, you will be an ambassador along with our Teacher of the Year for public education in Wicomico County, as well as a role model and an inspiration for your peers. And also, by the way, Teresa and I were also sponsoring, presenting the winner with a check in the amount of $1,000. Last year, I was complimenting Aaron on how sharply dressed he was, and he told me, well, if I had that $1,000, I'd look a lot better. So at this point, Teresa, will let you take over, and she's going to announce the Rising Star Award.
I get the fun part. So, this year's Rising Star, I think, deserves even more recognition than any year past because of what these new teachers have had to overcome. Imagine starting your teaching career in the middle of a pandemic. I can't even imagine how that. I've heard experienced teachers struggling with how things, getting back into the groove. So imagine being a new teacher. However, once I started Bill and I started watching the videos of the Rising Star nominees, the empathy and the acceptance that came through in those videos for how these teachers are conducting themselves in the classroom. I mean, not being in the classroom now, it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring to see what were in the videos and all the different perspectives that the new teachers have. They're bringing so many different ideas to the table. However, we have to pick one, and although it was very hard, the new Rising Star this year comes from Delmar Elementary. In her students. And those words just stuck, they just resonated. Investing in her students, a concept that I wholeheartedly believe in. Ashley cultivates an environment centered around 4 things: trust, respect, safety, and support. In her video, Ashley quoted Rita Pearson, who, if you've never watched Rita Pearson, I don't know, most of you are educators, so you know who Rita Pearson is, but if you don't know who Rita Pearson is, just go back and watch some of her videos on TED Talks. I think she passed away in 2013. But Ashley took inspiration from Rita Pearson when she says, "Every child deserves a champion who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be." So Ashley, congratulations on being this year's Rising Star, and we look forward to great things coming from you in your career in Wicomico County.
I was not prepared for this. We can perform all day in front of our students, but get in front of peers and colleagues. Woo! I am honored to be nominated. Just standing outside for 10 minutes or when talking to the other nominees, I can tell from that 10 minutes that they're spectacular educators. So I am honored. I want to thank my administration, my husband, my family, Dr. Hall, and I look forward to continuing to grow and build connections and help and support students. So, thank you.
Can we get one more round of applause for Ashley? It's amazing to walk into classrooms and see first and second year teachers that don't look like first and second year teachers. It's a great feeling. For our next phase, I want to bring up a gentleman that epitomizes leadership. When you're looking for a great leader, make sure that the person that comes up on stage is willing to work behind the curtains. The gentleman that's about to come up is one that is comfortable working behind the scenes. He has connected with the students around him in his classroom and spends countless hours after school and on weekends working with the students, writing grants, having them perform for assemblies, and parades. And I can also say he's phenomenal at his craft. I've been in his classroom and watched his students' eyes glued to him and for the next thing that comes out of his mouth. In addition to all of these things, he is also our very first, that I know of, reigning Teacher of the Year that has worked all year on the Teacher of the Year committee. Usually you wait until the next year. He has jumped right in. It is my distinct honor to bring before you on today our reigning Wicomico County Public School Teacher of the Year. He is going to share his current experiences, his thoughts, and the things that he's gone through this year, and share any wisdom he can for our outstanding teachers that's in this room. I ask that you put your hands together now for our reigning Wicomico County Teacher of the Year, Dustin Thomas. He can even play his own entrance music.
I want to thank Aaron for my wonderful introduction. That was great. I played a little time trivia because I want to take y'all to church for a little bit. Can I take you to church for a little bit? All right, great. So, last year when I won this award, I shouted out Miss Obarski. I see her there. Those of you who don't know, I was an awful student. And I think I had Miss Obarski her first year out of college. So, I'm sorry again for all that. But, yeah, so what makes a great educator? So I'm gonna need y'all to talk to me. So just give me one word what makes an educator great?
Patience.
Patience, yeah. Compassion. Listening.
Love. Integrity.
Love, integrity, yeah. Keep going.
Creativity.
Creativity and caring, yeah, keep going. People in the back, woohoo! Positivity. What you got back there? Ooh. Oh. Give me two more. I need two more.
Personality.
Yes, thank you. One more. Kindness. Look at it. So, you just named all kind of words that make a great educator. Before I got my life together, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in school, I went to SU, and I was a strength and conditioning coach with Matt Nine. If you don't know who Matt Nine is, he's a head strength and conditioning coach there. Great guy. And I remember one team that we had a women's basketball team that we trained. I was in charge of them, and they were not the best team that I've ever been a part of, but they were successful. And I think why they were is because they had a really tight-knit group, and they believed in each other. So one thing that Matt liked to do was kind of talk about the small things. So we had these pennies that each of the girls got. So my question to you is this. If you saw a penny on the ground, raise your hand. Who would pick it up? Let's say it's heads up or heads down. Okay, hands down, cool. What if this was $1? Who'd pick it up? Y'all lying, you know you'd be down there picking that up. Lies you tell, yeah. But what this penny symbolizes is all of those small things that make up a good person. You just gave me about 15 words that make a good teacher. That's 15 pennies. So my advice to you is not to pick up pennies on the ground when you go past one, but think about all the small things that you can do each and every day to make your classroom lively, so they believe in you. And don't rush the process. Don't rush to the $1. Get all those pennies, and you'll be a well-rounded educator, and your kids will love you for that. This year has been phenomenal. It's been crazy. I learned a lot about myself that I did not know I had. I learned that I cannot read a paper. I can't do it. I guess I gotta talk, which is cool to me. I learned that I have to sell myself, and it's not being cocky. You have to sell yourself where you go. If it's a new job, new opportunity, new relationship, sell yourselves. And whoever is the lucky one to take my place, my advice to you is sell yourself, believe in yourself, and enjoy the process. The 26 people that are getting ready to have their hearts jump out of their chest, enjoy the process. Enjoy it, every minute of it. And if you're not the lucky one, you also should be proud of yourself because you had a lot of pennies that you took out, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna stop talking because this is the next person's time to get their speech. Oh, it was 7 minutes last year, 7 minutes. Crazy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. And before I hand this off, give a shout out to Laura Bounds and all her crew. Look at this place. Wow. Man. You done well. Yeah, Laura has been here since 12 today. Laura and her team. Yeah, Laura and her mom came. Everybody here. Yeah, there's a lot. Absolutely. But yeah, Laura, it looks amazing. Thank you so much. And to the next person who wins, love you, appreciate you, and enjoy the ride. Thank you.
We want to thank Dustin for sharing those comments with us on tonight. And it is very true that everyone in here is very special. So all of our semifinalists, I appreciate you. You don't hear that very often. We appreciate not just what you do, what you give the students, not just your time. We appreciate you, all of your interest, the things that make you who you are. We really appreciate you. So bear that in mind, regardless of the outcome or how this goes down. We just want to let you know that from the beginning. Well, we're getting closer to finding out who will be the next Wicomico Teacher of the Year. But before we do, we want to string this out a little bit more. If I was on television, we'd cut to a commercial. We would. And what we would like to do is share the gifts that will be received by those individuals whose names are called. And here to share the exciting details is our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Rick Briggs.
Trust me, we'll try not to string this out too much longer. I heard a few stomachs around me, but I'm not going to mention anything. So first, I just want to thank all of our Wicomico County Public School educators for all they do each day to support our students across the entire district. The teachers we have here tonight represent over 2,000 staff members whose commitment and dedication keeps our system thriving. So thank you to all of you. It's now my pleasure to share with our teachers some of what they will win if they are a finalist or the winner. First, for the finalists, each of the four will receive a beautiful, carefully crafted pen from the Parkside High CTE High Performance Manufacturing Program. Each finalist will also receive a large bag of cookies baked by the students of the Parkside CTE Culinary Arts Program. I've had those cookies, and they are excellent. From the Parkside CTE Horticulture Program and its A+ Garden Center, each finalist will receive a jar of honey and one of the Garden Center's specially packaged tea blends. The Kind SBY organization, with support from many businesses and individual donors, has provided a stack of books for each finalist, plus a gift card to Barnes & Noble. That is very kind of them. The Teacher of the Year will enjoy a few additional treats and prizes. DeCarlo Digital Copy Center has donated the large Teacher of the Year poster that will be displayed in the winner's school. Tomorrow morning, the winner will be chauffeured to school in the classic 1949 Buick Super, driven by band teacher and auto enthusiast Mr. Buck Burton. The teacher can count on having these classic wheels, the teacher can't count on having these classic wheels every day. So we're delighted that sometime around the start of the new school year, the Teacher of the Year will receive a brand new car to drive during their reign, thanks to the Hertrick family of automobile dealership. And with that brand new car comes the perfect accessory, a designated Teacher of the Year parking spot at the teacher's school. The Teacher of the Year will also leave here tonight with a new laptop, courtesy of Vendor Data Networks, a bouquet of flowers, courtesy of Kitty's Flowers, a $50 gift certificate to the A+ Garden Center. Lifelong learning is supported by a 3-credit class, courtesy of Salisbury University, and then additional prizes and experiences will be coming from the State Teacher of the Year recognition program as well. So congratulations to everybody. Now, as we get one step closer to the announcement of the finalists and then the Teacher of the Year, let's hear a few words from our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Donna Hanlon.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be together this year to celebrate this wonderful evening. I want to start with a couple of thank yous. I want to recognize two of our guests who are with us this evening from the Education Foundation. Susan Purnell is the president of the Education Foundation, and Mike Dunn, the CEO and president of the Greater Salisbury Committee, is also the secretary, I believe. He's the secretary of the Education Foundation, but really was instrumental in starting the foundation to support us. And they are a wonderful supporter of public education, not just for this event, but anytime there's a need. I just have to pick up the phone, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Erin talked about community leaders bringing the game. They are everywhere, so I also want to thank Laura and her team. What a wonderful venue. I know that Erin or somebody ahead of me thanked Laura already, but excellent job, wonderful venue, and I appreciate all of your hard work that's gone into this phenomenal months-long process. It's not just this event, it's months-long. It was in December that we came together, many of us, to salute several quarterfinalists from each of our schools and to name each school's semifinalist. And then after months in which those semifinalists have served as that school's Teacher of the Year and participated in all the steps of this process, tonight has finally arrived. And I'm looking forward to that just as much as everyone in this room is, to making that big announcement. But before I get to that, I want to take just a few moments to reflect on what this event, what this celebration, the Teacher of the Year, really is about. It gives us a chance to recognize 25 semifinalists for Teacher of the Year and the finalists and the winner of the Rising Star Award. And as we honor and appreciate all of them, we do so knowing that those 25 plus who are here this evening represent more than 1,360 Wicomico teachers who strive each and every day in their classrooms to educate and to engage our students. We will forever be grateful for your amazing work as teachers, what you've done before, during, and after the pandemic. Let's give everyone a round of applause. This is my last Teacher of the Year celebration. That's kind of hard. As I will be retiring this summer, and And for most of my 43 plus years in public education, for the most part, I have been able to imagine what it's like to be in your shoes, to experience what you do in the classroom. I could relate to being nervous about meeting new groups of students and planning engaging activities and trying really hard to innovate, to engage the most challenging students that you have in your classroom. But these last few years, I have to tell you, I have found it much more difficult to imagine myself in your shoes. In fact, it's impossible for me to imagine what you have gone through and what you have done with your students. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you for that. And unless you're a teacher today, no one truly understands the challenges that you face each day. You're teaching at a time when the established instruction manual, if there is one, about how to effectively teach students has been pretty much thrown out and revised over and over again and rewritten again and again and again. And even on days when we start to feel some semblance of normalcy, it is still difficult. Our students and our staff have gone through so much over the past couple of years, and it's a testament to your dedication and your talents that you have been able to keep up with all of those rewrites and the fact that you continue to be a great teacher for your students and that you are here this evening. We know you didn't do this work alone. We have others that we need to celebrate and recognize. Each teacher is a member of a team in order to be really successful, so we want to express our gratitude to all of those team members without whom our teachers and our students couldn't be successful. Our administrators who are here with us this evening, our nurses, our cafeteria workers, our substitutes, our custodial staff, our coaches, those who work in the front office, media centers, guidance, student services, I could go on and on, technology, transportation services, food services. Every one of our staff members deserves our recognition for the important work that they do, and we thank you. So tonight we're here to celebrate our semifinalists. Each of you is celebrated as a top teacher in your school. You exemplify how to inspire young minds and to make a lasting impression on the lives of your students. I truly am inspired by all of you. I thank you for your commitment, for your innovation, and your passion for teaching, and I'm grateful beyond words that you have chosen to dedicate your skills and your passion for teaching to the students of Wicomico County Public Schools. Thank you.
And so now it is time to celebrate our 4 finalists. The 4 finalists are teachers with the highest point totals from the 3 scored activities. Those 3 activities include the fishbowl public speaking activity, the writing prompt, and the interview with a panel of judges who are themselves former Wicomico Teachers of the Year. Our next Teacher of the Year will be the finalist with the highest score. Dr. Hanlon and Mr. Malone, you have the honor of announcing the finalists.
So our first finalist, you want me to drag it out?
Drag it out.
Is Kimberly Fitzgerald.
winner is Paige Baker, Priestley Elementary.
And our next finalist is Rebecca Matthews from Wicomico High School.
And our next finalist, Miranda Ebeling, Special Program, English Language.
A lot of hugging going on over there. Let's give our finalists another round of applause. A lot of heart pounding too, I think. So, it is my pleasure to announce that the 22-23 Wicomico Teacher of the Year is Rebecca Matthews.
Let's get a picture of you real quick in the back before we have you talk. I'll give you a second.
My daughter told me she wouldn't forgive me if I stood up here and I cried the whole time. She also told me I should write something down, and I didn't, because I think that's odd. But anyway, I am only a good teacher because I had amazing teachers. I think about all the things that I do, and they're nuggets of these amazing teachers that I had from the beginning of school, and the amazing teachers that I've gotten to teach beside throughout 22 years. Gosh, that sounds a long time. But more than that, you're also shaped by these amazing students that come across your classroom. So I've been in the county for 8 years, and I can't believe that Don Brady is not here, because the only reason I'm here is because I met his wife and his children and then him on the beach, and he spent close to 5 years telling me that if I really wanted to make a difference, I needed to come to his school. But what I didn't know was that the huge difference coming to Wicomico High School would make in my life. The most amazing humans I know in this world pass through those hallways. They have more challenges than I could have ever imagined. And they overcome those, and they do more than people that are given everything. And they inspire me every single day. My husband is not here tonight either. Because he's in Boston with our youngest, looking at colleges, and I think right about now having dinner with one of those amazing students that I taught at Wicomico High School, who's in college in Boston. My parents are not here because I think it's weird to bring your parents when you're 45. My mom lied to my father and said I wasn't given tickets, so he couldn't come. I also would not be a good teacher if I didn't have parents who told me from day one I could be anything I wanted to be. They didn't expect me to be a teacher, but they were proud of every choice that I made, even when I chose to be a nanny for a little while. So, in this room of amazing teachers and administrators and people that I admire every day so much, go back to your schools and tell your students how proud you are of them. Tell them how brilliant they are. Tell them that the mistakes that they make will make them better humans, and that we all make mistakes, and we get up tomorrow and we make more mistakes, and it's beautiful. Have fun being a teacher. Cry a lot. It does make it better. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm mad. It's all good. Come see me at graduation. I'm a mess. It doesn't matter. Love what you do. I tell the kids all the time that they should choose things, and people, and places that make their world bigger. Every day, my classroom is the biggest place in the entire world because my students make my world bigger. Thank you to this county for helping me become the teacher that I never thought that I could be. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all the honored teachers and guests tonight. We thank you for your devotion to the profession and to the children and families of our community. I want to remind each of our teachers and administrators that in your classrooms, there's a rising star that doesn't look like one. There's a teacher of the year that doesn't act like one, but treat them like one. Be the one that believes in them, pull them up, so that we can have other individuals in these chairs that came from your classrooms in a few years. As we're about to leave, we want to remind all of our semi-finalists that we do have gifts for you. So get your gift bag and also your hanging plants, and also for our Rising Star semi-finalists. And for everybody, you get a cookie, you get a cookie, you get a cookie. Everybody gets a cookie. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.